Good Sunday afternoon. We welcome you to Baton Rouge after round 2 is finished here in the Baton Rouge Regional. LSU wins 83-56 over Middle Tennessee to advance to the round of 16. LSU will now take on the winner of number 2 UCLA, number 7 Creighton. That game is scheduled for tomorrow night. We are joined by head coach Kim Mulkey, far end of the table Flau'jae Johnson, and Angel Reese. We will start by asking questions to the players first, if you will, as we've been doing all weekend. Introduce yourself, your affiliation, and address which player you're asking a question to. We will start with questions for the players first.
Yeah, Matthew Brunuth on 3. Flau'jae, I guess for both of y'all, I don't think y'all had a steal in the first half, and y'all come out, I think, 4 steals in the first 4 minutes. Just what changed defensively for y'all, and what allowed y'all to go in that run?
Haley. I told Haley we got to cut the head off the snake, you know what I'm saying? And she really took that challenge on because they point guard. She's little, but she's mighty, and she makes things happen for them, and she breaks down defenses. So Haley gave us the opportunity to be able to get in some passing lanes for the bigs to be able to work their mojo. So that's all Haley Van Lift right there.
Bryce Kuhn, 24/7 Sports. Angel, can you just kind of talk about Flau'jae? And, I mean, I know you've talked about this all season, but just her ability to kind of not only ignite the crowd, but the bench and the team as well. Obviously a team effort, but just the job that she did today.
Yeah, it comes from the defensive end. I don't know if this is on. It comes from the defensive end. I think she's done a great job to transition from her freshman to sophomore year and taking that on. She usually guards the best player on the team. I mean, tonight the point guard was that. But she took accountability and just being able to get down and give us a lot of energy. She told us, like she said in the locker room, cut the head off the snake, and I was the point guard. So just being able to have a leadership from a sophomore when I might not be having my best game or Haley may not be having her best game, having also leadership from our younger players is great.
Corey Diaz with the USA Today Sports Network. Angel, for you, I think it was 4:21 in the third quarter. Flau'jae was at the free throw line, and I saw Kim yell to get your attention, and she just mouthed to you, "I need you." Just that moment, what did you perceive the message to be, and how did you sort of implement that for the remainder of the game?
Yeah, I didn't want to let my team down. I think we were down at that point, and of course, when anybody tells me that they need me, I want to be there and do whatever it takes to win. And I had another off night scoring, but I was just doing whatever it could to just help the team, getting steals, getting passing lanes, help my point guard. And like I said, I don't want to let my team down. I didn't want this to be my last game being here in the PMAC. So I just did whatever it takes to win, and me and Coach have that kind of relationship where she can get on me and tell me, and talk to me like, I need you, and give me that encouragement that I need.
It's for both girls, but Michael Cobble, WBRZ TV in Baton Rouge. We'll start with Angel. Just the idea of this being a 40-minute game and understanding that, Coach talked about it yesterday, not exactly the deepest benches on either side, so if you get them in foul trouble, you guys could get, the outcome you wanted. Yeah,
we knew Middle Tennessee was going to be a team that played for 40 minutes. We saw when they played Louisville and they were, down 18 and came back and won that game. Mm-hmm. So we knew we were going to have to fight. Everybody was going to have to suck it up and get down and just do whatever it takes to win. I think we did that. We had a lot of help also from the bench and being able to have Poa sub in and start that second half and Haley still come in. It was the different rotations that we have. And like I said, you never know whose game, whose night it's going to be. So being able to have players that step up off the bench was something that was key for us tonight and then get them in foul trouble.
Yeah, same. We just had energy. I mean, I feel like everybody felt that shift in the energy going into halftime. I was like, my stomach was bubbling. I said, I ain't going home. I ain't got nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? Until the summer. So, I want to be in New York. Simple.
This is Blake Spadar from WNBA Swish. Y'all were down 41-32 in the middle of the start of the third quarter, and then y'all hit them with a blitz. What exactly happened, and how did y'all flip the switch?
Defense.
Yeah, defense. We got steals.
That defense. They have defense. Offensively, it wasn't really an issue. It hasn't been an issue for us because we know we can score the ball. But defense, number 4, I told her, Savannah, after the game, I mean, she's a great player. She could score at all levels, and just being able to guard her and have to guard her and give her as much hell as we could. I mean, she took great shots, and she made a lot of tough baskets. I mean, that was one of the tougher guards that I've seen, and I think our guards did a great job trying to just keep her composed as much as we can. But you got to give kudos to her. Number 4, she's a great player.
Scott Rabelais with the Advocate. Flau'jae, Coach Starkey was on the radio after the game sitting by me, and he said, you've really grown in your knowledge of the game in your time here. What did you think you knew when you came here, and what do you think you know now, and that has helped your game and helped you be a better teammate and contributor to this team?
Coming into college? Oh, I knew nothing. I thought I knew something, and then I hit them going up and down with them college girls, and I said, oh, no, I got to slow it down. So my freshman year, like, me and Coach Starkey, I never missed a day of film with him. Like, he just teach me so much, and then some point throughout this year, it kind of just clicked. Like, you know, oh, that's what I'm supposed to do. Like, you know, just listening to scouting report. I feel like, you know, when you kind of know what the player going to do, you can kind of make them do whatever. I kind of think, like, defensively from an offensive standpoint, like, what would I do? You know what I'm saying? And then I use that with scouting report, listen to what he says, because Coach Starkey he's brilliant with scouting report. So I just try to learn anything I can, like, suck all the juice from him, because he knows a lot.
Angel, in that rally, you kicked it to Poa. Poa found Michaela in the corner, and she drained that three. Just the place got nuts. But just her poise and kind of needing her buckets here, you know, getting her going in the postseason.
Yeah, I mean, as a freshman, like I said, this is her second game in the NCAA tournament. I know nerves are still high for her. The crowd was going crazy, and I know trying to get it to my teammates as much as I can. I love getting assists. Like, I try to lead the team in assists as best as I can. And I told her one time I kicked it to her, and I think she did one dribble step back, and I was like, I don't think I got the assist for that. So I'm happy for Michaela and her confidence and being able to hit shots, but also on the defensive end. Number 15 was going off in the first half, and I think she contained her in the second half, and I don't think she let her score in the second half, maybe once. But being able to have her guard and being able to play both ends of the floor is something that's important for her. She's super aggressive. She plays hard all 40 minutes, even when her shots aren't going in. Defensively, we know what we're going to get from Anissa and rebounding from Anissa, and she just makes tough shots on offense. I mean, she's a matchup nightmare, and having to guard her in practice is tough. And I love having her on my team and want to play against her just because everything that she brings to the table when it comes to rebounding and making shots and her versatility as well. So we like to try to go through Anissa as much as we can, and she just brings us a lot of confidence and energy.
Kind of playing off Cobble's question earlier, but poise is a word that not just you two, but a lot of people have used inside that locker room. Can you kind of walk us through some of the conversations during the timeouts, you know, in the face when they're making runs, and just how you've seen this team grow over the course of the year, just with that word poise?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes we can get into the heat of a moment, and, like, I could yell at Flagey, like, or she'll yell at me, or she'll yell at the team on Flagey. It's the way you say it. Like, being able to hold each other accountable is something that I love about this team, because nobody takes it personal. Being able to get on each other and just being able to correct each other, and just even if it's tough player coaching, we'll come on the sideline and be like, hey, that was my bad for saying it like that, but you know what I mean, type stuff. So I think that's something that's different from our team. Like, we're able to talk to each other and get on each other and not take it personal, which is cool.
One last question for the players with Michael up front.
Yeah, Angel, we know Flagey has nothing to do until the summer, but how important was it for you to advance and keep going here?
It's fun. I mean, I couldn't hear at one point in the PMAC. I didn't hear the play calls. I couldn't hear what was going on, and it was so much fun. I mean, I love playing here at LSU and everything going on. It was so much fun, and now to be able to advance for my second year here, it's just amazing. I wish we could take this crowd and bring it everywhere we go, but I know they're going to come to Albany, and I hope to see everybody in Albany.
Flagey and Angel, congratulations. Thank you for your time.
Thank you,
guys
guys.
back to the locker room.
Go stream my new single, Ain't My Fault.
It ain't my fault.
It's out everywhere. Y'all go get that.
Get out your feelings. Get a bag.
Yeah, and look at that assistant turnover ratio.
First time we've had play-out music for any of the players after the press conference. All right, now we'll address post-game questions for Coach Mulkey. Once again, raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you.
Bryce Coon, 24/7 Sports. Coach, obviously that moment just right there, but towards the end of the game, can you just talk about the love for this team that you have, how special this group is, and just, you know, like they said, the accountability they have as a team together to be able to continue to move forward in this tournament?
As you see, I coach a very shy team. They're very passive. I have to really get them going. they're fun. They're fun. Even when they're frustrated, they're fun. They're ballers. And I'm blessed. And I'm happy for them. I'm happy for LSU. Let me say this. There's so many times people take getting to a Sweet 16 for granted. Do you know how many coaches probably had never done that in their career? I've always acknowledged that it's hard to do. I thought our fans were outstanding today. They showed up at what time did we play the other day? 3 o'clock, and then today at 2 o'clock. Yeah, those kids keep me young.
Corey Diaz with the USA Today Sports Network. Kim, obviously not the start that you guys wanted today. Just wanted to ask if externally, if you guys felt like you maybe were distracted a touch, and just talk about how your team was able to just weather that early start.
No, listen, man, we're not going to let one sleazy reporter distract us from what we're trying to do. Absolutely not. My kids didn't even know I said that yesterday. That team's not involved in this. They were in shock when they saw all that on the internet. I don't take that stuff to my team. Was that the question, or did you have a second part?
Sorry about just how they weathered that storm. I know the first half didn't go the way you wanted to.
Well, it didn't go, but guys, sometimes won't we give credit to the other team? That's a Hall of Fame coach down there. Those kids hadn't lost a game since the end of December. That's a good team, well coached. They run their stuff. They reverse the ball. They make you defend for 30 seconds. As I told you in the press conference before we played them, do you know how many Power 5 teams that man has beaten? About 17, 19 in the SEC alone. I give credit to the opponent.
Brett Martell with AP. So, it looked like early on the size inside for MTSU was working for them, and eventually, obviously Baldereva fouled out before the end of the third quarter, so you guys are physical and aggressive, continuing to pound it inside. Could you just give us some insight into what worked in that way?
Well, size matters, but I also think it doesn't matter. I'll take the smallest little point guard you got if they got quickness. But in certain positions, size matters. It makes you alter your shot. Now, Angel missed some breakaway layups. That had nothing to do with size inside. But she kept battling. I think at half, Angel didn't even have an offensive board. I thought it was very obvious that use your fouls. They were physical. They used their fouls. And we took advantage of it. I thought our energy, I thought our aggressiveness, I thought our effort in the second half wore them down. Even when they got good looks, they didn't make them. And I think at the end of the third quarter, if I remember, I think they only had 1 3. And I think we just picked up our effort a lot more in the third and fourth quarter.
Coach, how'd you feel about y'all's team only having 1 turnover in the second half?
I feel good that we only had 7 for the game.
And
It looked a little bit different than the other night, didn't it, the other day?
Yes, it did. And another question, how did you feel about Haley's defensive effort despite only shooting 1 for 5?
I was very proud of Haley today. She doesn't start the second half for no other reason other than a coach's decision. And that child worked her rear end off in the second half defensively. And as Flage said, she set the tone for us to pick our energy up on the defensive end. She's just trying to do something in her career before college ends for her, and that's, to try to win a championship. And I just told her how unselfish she was today to let me start POA. She didn't ask why. She didn't pout. She went out there and did her job.
Back to the defense, you held them to 8 field goals in the second half, two total threes. Just the total effort, I guess. You're speaking about Haley, but Flage and her ability to get up and down the court. Is that what you're most proud of and feel like your team has a chance to go deep because of?
I thought we picked up pushing the ball. We were running in transition at all positions in the second half. What we did better defensively is we helped each other. We helped each other. And it started with our post players helping Poa, helping Haley when that young lady would come off the screens at the top. I mean, it's just hard to guard somebody that really makes them flow and makes them go. And I thought late in the shot clock, they did exactly what they've been taught to do, and that's you switch anything under 10 seconds on the shot clock. You'll hear us holler hot. That's letting them know. We switch at all positions on ball screens. I think also in the second half, we rebounded better. Those guys were kicking our rear on the boards early, and honestly, that wasn't in the scouting report. That was kind of a shock that we were getting out rebounded, or those things were happening in the first half.
Hey, Coach, Matthew Brunith on 3. How important was the pitch ahead passes that y'all were able to get y'all's transition offense going, or at least get into y'all's offense earlier to give you opportunities?
Well, at halftime, we told them we need to get some transition buckets. And let's go. If you get a rebound, Michaela, if you get a rebound, Flage, take off. Everybody run. And I just think that we got some cherry picking there. I think Angel was down there one time, and we got some breaks to get it started like that, but then it just kind of snowballed, and we just started running and going. I think they got in foul trouble. I can't remember when we got into the bonus, but obviously we were telling them, why settle? Take it right down their throats.
One last one for Coach in the back.
Chessa Boucher with NBC 33 here in Baton Rouge. Flage hit some big-time shots, but what did you see from her tonight?
I've seen it in Flage this last half of the season. That kid's confidence is unbelievable right now. And it's not just one-dimensional. She's doing so many good things out there on the floor. One, she's taking care of the ball. Two, she knows when to drive, when to shoot the shot from the perimeter. She's, other than today, she's most of the time being asked to guard the better perimeter player. I think Scott asked it earlier. She's just starting to learn this game at all aspects, and it's just fun to watch her. She'll get in that timeout now. It's so funny, I don't even have to talk anymore. She wants to draw this up, and she wants to say this, and then Angel has her 2 cents, and so every now and then I get to chime in.
Coach, congratulations. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Good luck next week. We'll be right back. We'll hear from Middle Tennessee's head coach and 2 of their players here in just a moment. We welcome you back to Baton Rouge. Now please be joined by Middle Tennessee. We have head coach Rick Ensel and me to my immediate left. See on the far end we have Courtney Whitson and we have Savannah Wheeler joining us. As always, Coach, we'll give you the opportunity if you'd like to make a comment about the game, and then we'll first address questions to the players. Please introduce yourself, your affiliation, and whether you're addressing the question to Courtney or Savannah. Then we'll let them get back to the locker room, and then we'll have questions for Coach. So, Coach, the microphone's yours.
Well, I've been doing this for about 48 years. And I can remember 1 or 2 games like this. I don't know how many games AAU travel team. It's hard to overcome 37 free throws to 9. That's my opening statement.
Okay, Coach, thank you very much. Questions first for the players. We'll bring a microphone to you if you raise your hand. And again, please address which player you're asking your question to.
Y'all were up 9 early in the third quarter. What exactly happened? Y'all got blitzed on a 41 to 20 or 41 to 20 something run. What exactly happened?
We just had some mental mistakes. We knew that in games like this, we can't just let one mental mistake lead to another, and I think that we just continue to we didn't sustain the run like we've been doing all year. We knew that they were going to make that push at some point, but I think once they made that push on us, we continued to make mental mistakes, and the small details we didn't take care of that led to that large lead.
Savannah, Sam Doughton, GoBlueRaiders.com. Y'all had a lot of success in the first half, particularly in the second quarter. What was working really well for y'all during that stretch where y'all were able to go on some big runs?
I mean, I would say normally you kind of go back from this season. I mean, normally I feel like we have a slow start in the first quarter compared to a second half, but I guess today it kind of flipped a little bit. But I would say that the only thing that was really working for us was, just getting downhill, trying to get downhill, try to make them commit a foul. And, I would say that in the first half, a few of us did hit some shots, but in the second half, it just kind of went downhill, kind of going off what Courtney said, just mental mistakes in the second half.
Courtney, obviously the foul trouble made the second half a big challenge for you guys. Was there anything y'all think y'all could have done different defensively to prevent some of those foul calls?
I mean, was it? Oh, you can go.
Okay. No, I mean, we knew they were going to be physical, so it was just a matter of taking that into our own hands. At the end of the day, just like Coach said, it's hard to overcome that deficit from the free throw line. But just being smarter, fouls that we can control. Yeah.
I was going to say the exact same thing. Pretty much physicality. Just the only thing you can do against a team like that is just match their physicality.
And then for both of y'all, not the way y'all wanted to go out, but still a tremendous season, as a Lady Raider for both of y'all. What has being part of this program meant, just seconds after it's over?
Of course you make me answer this. I mean, this is the platform that you work for. I get to represent my faith. I get to represent my community. I get to represent that man. And to think that this is going to be the last time I ever put on this jersey stings. It's been a long journey, but I'm thankful for it, and this just sets them up for next year to get where they want to be. All the players that came before me laid the foundation, so it's been an amazing, blessed journey. So.
Yeah, really just picking back what Courtney said. There have been a lot of highs and a lot of lows, but by golly, I'm very thankful for those highs and lows for sure. It's definitely shaped me into who I am right now. And I've just been very fortunate and very blessed to be here and just to play with a great group of girls and play for a great group of coaches. And, hitting that portal was the best thing that's ever happened for me. And I don't regret any of that.
If there's no other questions, Savannah and Courtney, congratulations on your season. Congratulations on the way you represented the university, and we really appreciate your time coming in. Thank you. All right, we'll open up the floor now for coaches for questions for Coach. If you raise your hand, we'll bring a microphone to you.
Bryce Kuhn, 24/7 Sports. Coach, obviously emotional moment right there. Can you just talk about what this group has meant to you this year? Obviously, you've coached a long time, but what's made this group special?
I think you'd have to live in our community to know that. Down here, the 3 or 4 days you've been here, you wouldn't know that. Maybe you would know it if you seen some of those people that flew in on their planes and drove. And this group is so invested in our community, invested into our university, and then the university and our community is invested in them. It's just something special to see. You'd have to be there to witness it. And then you know, we didn't have, I don't know, whatever they had today, 12, 15,000 fans there. But our fans are as radical as anybody's out there, as loud as anybody's out there, and, you know, so those kids right there, they'll be missed. You know, Courtney's been with me 5 years, and Savannah now 2 years. You know, it'd be tough coming in, and in the mornings, I don't know that I ever came in the morning, I didn't see Savannah out there working. And I don't know that somewhere during the day I didn't run through the gym, I didn't see Courtney working. So they were two very, very special young ladies.
Coach, there was a 31-16 foul discrepancy. They shot 37 free throws. Y'all only shot 9. Can you like?
You want me to get fined?
Yeah. No.
Is that what you're searching for?
No, sir. What exactly?
Dave, you had 3 Final Four officials there. You know, there was. I've had that 2 or 3 times in my career. Maybe one time in college. Maybe one time in travel team ball. Very seldom do you see that. You know. I don't know that we've had maybe one player foul out this year. We had 3 players, not tonight. I'm talking about one player before we got to this game, 3 times. So, you know, that kind of answer. How many we have tonight? 3. So, you know. But, you know, there were some bright spots for me. I thought Jada Grantham come in and did a great job for us. I thought Tamia did a good job. You know, she's taking the ball to the hole. She hit some threes, missed 2 free throws early. And, you know, we've just been riding Jalen Gregory's back and Savannah's back and Courtney's back and Nas is back all year long. So, you know, it's going to be tough playing. But, you know, anybody eat us out there tonight, we'll be back. We got a good group coming around, and we got some good recruits. We'll be back.
Coach, in an atmosphere like this, the suddenness of a loss is kind of hard to put into words. What was your message to the team immediately after the game?
I'm just proud of them. Very proud. Don't let this define you. Don't let it define this year, define this team. You know, I was really not concerned about the atmosphere bothering our players. And I think you saw that early on. I mean, you know, they were loud early on, but after they, you know, we were up 8, missed a 3. And, you know, that's just something that happens. And then Angel fell down. She wasn't running the floor. It wasn't like she was sprinting the floor. She was laying down there. And then they were able to throw over the top. She got an easy layup. And then I think they hit a 3 after that. And then they were rolling. They're a very talented basketball team. We knew coming in they were very talented. We knew that if they decided to play, it was going to be tough for us to win. Now, if they decide to play the rest of the year like they did the second half, they're going to be tough. I've watched them play a lot. I've watched a lot of film on them. That second half was about as good as I've seen them play this year, to be honest with you. So if they decide to do that, you know, they're going to have another chance to hang another flag up. They got good players. They got a good coaching staff. You know, they got what it takes. But you got to have a little luck. You got to stay healthy to win a national championship.
Coach, you touched on this a little bit earlier, but you do have a lot of players that have made the core of this team coming back next year. What excites you about where this program's headed and what y'all have accomplished this year?
Well, I think I've said this all along, the last 10 years, maybe 15 years, our program was one of the top 30 programs in the country. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. We're there every year. Now, we lack getting votes to be voted into the top 10 or top 15. And part of that is the fact that you look at the committee that you've got voting on this, most of those guys are on the Power 5 teams. So they're going to take care of themselves. I mean, it's not a secret. And the same thing holds true. I think you just saw what was going on with Greg Sankey. He's wanting to take the automatic qualifiers and throw them to the side. I mean, where did that come from? So, you know, my president's on the executive committee for the NCAA. So I guess they'll probably address that part if they hadn't already. But, you know, we got a pretty good game here. You know, you look at what's happening in men's basketball and women's basketball, you got some of those automatic qualifiers are putting some of those teams out that really probably shouldn't even been in the NCAA tournament, to be honest with you.
Any other questions for Coach? We're good?
Hey, I appreciate you, and thank y'all very much, and good luck.
Coach, congratulations to you on your season.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank
your
you.
time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
That'll wrap things up from here in the Baton Rouge Regional. Once again, LSU advances. They go to play the winner of UCLA and Creighton next week. We thank you for your time, and have a good weekend, everybody.